So there are a few viewers out there who said, I just love the snow, and they want to see what's going on when it starts to snow. So we're going to go out. I'm going to show you a couple things. And put my cup down here. And I'm going to tell you what. The blizzard is beginning, and we are in a blizzard, as I understand it. So we're going to take a walk down to my car because I'm going to tell you something. So my car froze like a lot of other people's cars froze. And when I was a kid and growing up, and also as a young woman, I learned covering cars, covering tractors, covering your vehicles. It really does make a little bit of a difference, okay? So we're just going to take like a little walk down here. Wait to see. Now, I'm going to tell you why this works. Especially after you've had the car going a little bit, it does hold some of the warmth in. But the main thing is when you put the tarps on your car, it will shield it from the wind. That's my biggest thing. It's like, it's not necessarily going to change the temperature of anything, but it's going to shield it from the wind. So if you look here, you can see, I think you can see snow coming down. You see it coming down on my head. I'm having a cup of coffee. So I'm going to turn this way. So this kind of looks ridiculous right here. Okay, but this is my car right here. You see the tarp and the blankets. So the idea is that as the snow comes down, it's going to fall on the blanket. So we'll take a little walk over here. It's not really much to see over here, to be honest. We'll go over this way, and that way you can see the woods. So so what happens is the snow and the ice, whatever coming down, it's going to fall onto the blanket and onto the tarp. The blanket is holding down the tarp. The tarp is just a piece of plastic just to cut the wind, just to cut the velocity of the wind, maybe chill, going into the car. And the blankets are just kind of holding it down. So the more the snow and the ice and everything come down and fall onto the blankets, it creates more heaviness, okay? So the other thing I'm doing, and it's kind of crazy because it is cold, but I want to pick up some of these sticks. And I know that sounds crazy, but as you know, I'm an eco artist. And over on Eco Art with Carmela T, what I do is get these sticks, and then I'm creating things with them. So with that, I'm going to put this over here, and we're going to go get some sticks. I'm going to show you too the little bird feeder that we've got here. The phone is kind of getting a little wet from the snow, so I'm going to have to be careful. I do have a case on it. It's covered. But I put some broken eggshells in there, and because I'm going to make a cake and share it with a friend here. And I put the broken eggshells in some of the old, not old, but the herbs that my little finches are not really eating. So there's so you see this. This is just a branch that has fallen. I'm going to actually be showing this over on Eco Art with Carmela T, because this is part of some projects. And I'll tell you the projects we're working on, if you're interested, are making mini trellises for the flower pots. Okay? That's what I'm working on. And I kind of want to get these out of the way here anyway. So, but you look at all of these, we're on the ground. They're just fallen branches, and they did take a tree down up on the other side. So, but yeah, this is the beginning of the blizzard. And I'll come back out when the blizzard is, probably just stay on the porch when the blizzard is really full on, because I'm going to tell you something. The temperature is dropping. It's really super cold out there. Hi, how are you? Did you get, if you missed a little bit of the storm out there, temperature is dropping, and I really seriously cannot believe the timing, because last week at this time, and you can see how my face is already in my hands, look, just from being out a few minutes, showing you and picking up those few sticks. But yeah, that's, I kind of want to get those in to thaw out, but this is, I'll just flip this again so you can kind of see. This is this beautiful snow coming down, and what I want to do, you see how it's just here, we'll go back out here for a minute. Hold on a second. I just want to get these branches in here so they start drying out. But so what we'll do is we'll go back out in a minute. Now you got to be careful with this cold weather. I've been out in it a lot today, so I'm going to sit for a minute with you and have a cup of coffee and just talk to you for a few minutes, because there's a couple things if you have a Prius, okay, a few things I made a mistake with. I didn't have much gas in it, number one. Second thing is, when I went to start it, it started, and I should have left it alone. With the Prius, it will not fully start if it's really cold. It will just like start, and then it will warm up, and then it will kick on. You got to just leave it alone. And what I did is, while it was still frozen, I tried to shut it down. I tried to put it off, and I was going to go back out later. What reasoning? I should have just left it, because it was not really shutting down, it was acting frozen. So I held the button. Just for those of you who have hybrids out there, Priuses, you hold the button. If you hold that button more than 5 seconds, it's going to do what they call a forced shut down. It preserves everything. So you most likely have to get a jump start, which I did, and I was very grateful. And it just ended up that my neighbor works at the place that came to do the jump start. So it was a neighbor I had never met, so I got to meet someone. Hi, how are you, Jack Piper? I hope you're well today. We're going to go back out in a minute. The storm has begun, and it's starting to pick up. And I'm going to actually put a hat on and get my gloves on, and then take you for a walk out there. I just showed you. So if you look at the beginning of this video, you're gonna see, let me see if I can show you the cardinals. Hang on, guys. Okay, there's cardinals out there. Hopefully they don't get afraid of the, can you see? Can you see the cardinals? Let me know if you can see. The blue jay, you see them right under the feeder? Yeah, you heard about the storm. Let me tell you something. We're going to take a walk out there. So last week, we had a storm on Thursday. No, yeah, Thursday. And it was a day. I'm going to put this down so I can get my hat on, and we'll go back out. So it was a day that I had to teach. And you know I'm an artist. So I was teaching over in Morrisville, and we had to cancel. And my neighbor just told me a little while ago, he called and told me, and he said, we're supposed to get feet. Like, how many, did you hear this? Like a couple of feet of snow? So we're up here in the Northeast Kingdom. I could see it. I am so, I'm going to tell you, To some people, it seems ridiculous that I just put a tarp on my car. I put a tarp on, I tied it on one side to secure it. I did it because, and I put a blanket over there and on the tarp to hold it down. So you can hear the birds. Now, when the birds start coming in, okay, so for those of you who love birds, well, hello, Mexico. Hi. How are you? ¿Cómo está? I took 3 years of Spanish. I should be able to speak it, and I grew up in an Italian household. But no one up here for over 45 years speaks Italian or anything to me. But I would say ¿Cómo está? And I would say bien. Bien, gracias. It's a good day now that my car has started. They gave it a jump start and they said the battery's fine. Let me tell you, this is the time of year though. This is it. And it's not just because it got to 20 degrees, but it's hitting 10 below. And the chill factor with that up here is like 10, 15 below. Anyway, okay, guys, let's go out and see what's going on here. Okay, so the snow has picked up. Okay, it's picked up, and I have a Woolen Johnson. This is all wool coat on. I probably should have something even heavier on, but yeah, we're just gonna take a walk. We'll see. Okay, the birds. Let me just flip this so you can see the birds. Hopefully you can see them. Note they flew away. They're so skittish. Really super skittish. I was hoping you could see them on that side. Ooh, here's one right behind me. Now the chickadees seem to know me like really well. They almost fly like, let's see, if we stand here, if we stand over here long enough, we should be able, there's the house. You see the little house? We should be able to see some chickadees coming in. So some of you are coming in here. You're not from, do you have snow? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, paper, thank you. Do you have a snow where you are? Because what happens at the beginning of the storm like this, you see, the birds start flurrying around big time. Now, okay, there's the chickadee right there. See it? Right behind me. It's inside the blue house. It just flew away. So, and the cardinals are going to be over here, but they're probably so skittish. They're just not going to, we're like just even too close where we are, but look at this, guys. Look at this. Is this just gorgeous? Is this just gorgeous? You see it? Is it just gorgeous? And especially with the red tree. I just love these trees. You see how, where is it? Oh, I guess I'm in the way of it here. Hang on a second, I'll get in front of the tree. I don't want to scare the birds. There it is, this tree. You see how red it is? Is that just gorgeous? Is that just gorgeous? I mean, I'm not going far because, look, if I walk along the road, the visibility is not good. And so I don't want to do that. And I don't really want to walk in front of people's places right now either because, we're in an apartment area here, apartment place. So what it is, this place actually, is a really super old house. It's old. And it is, I want to say it's almost 200 years old. I'm going to get the history of this house because this area too, it was in part of Canada. I mean, it was part of Canada. Derby and Newport, Vermont were part of Canada. I'm sorry about my hair. Straight up. And we're like a minute from Canada. But this house in particular, as I understand it, so it's all apartments. But at one point, I guess someone owned it. It was a mansion, okay? I'm not in any mansion part of it. I'm actually in the part of it, as I understand it, was a carriage house. So, what is that? The horses, where the horses were? I mean, I don't, seriously. So I don't even know. But it's very interesting because the house is very old. It's structured old. It looks old. And I would at some point like to get the history. So anyway, today, yes, we have the storm coming in. And, you know, the beautiful thing about Vermont is if you're, and because I'm an artist, I just speak this way to you. If you love nature, you love art, or you just love to be out in nature, this is the place to be. But you do want to be careful. You don't want to go out on trails where we'll go over to this window so you can see a little bit more. You don't want to go on trails that you're not familiar with. Maybe we can get a good view of the cardinals here. So I'm just going to flip it again so you can see a little bit more of the storm. And as it picks up, I'll jump back on here later. Okay, we'll have some fun today and we'll jump back on here later. And because I have, if I get to my class to teach tomorrow, by the way, for those of you who don't know, I teach at River Arts, and it's in Morrisville, Vermont. Okay, so look them up. They have all kinds of classes, and I've been teaching I teach many different types of classes, but with them I'd be teaching the needle felt. So check them out. But we'll have a little fun today. But look at this. This is picking up. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it through the window. We'll look out the, let's just look out the other door for a moment. And what we'll do is I will come back on here later when it's really coming down. So I'll give it about an hour. And then come back out so you can kind of see. If you look at the top of the hill, I don't know if you can see, there's a flag. Probably pretty soon we won't be able to see that flag. But anyway, this is what it's looking like right now, guys. It's just gorgeous. Just some heavy duty snow coming down. So that's Vermont. It's a Northeast Kingdom right now. And I guess it's still about 20 degrees. And so, you know, we're up really super close to Canada. But yeah, it's starting to go different ways. You can see. Can you see how it's going? Like the snow is starting to slant. It's going different ways. The birds are just flying all over the place. So there's a little bit, or the beginning of the snowstorm. I will be back to share with you the when we get in more into the snowstorm. I'll bring you with me when I go down, because I'll be cleaning my car off intermittently. I'm going to try to do that so I don't end up with having to clean off a foot or two. And if I do a little bit at a time. So being up in Vermont, yeah, you definitely, you know, and I would say the same for my porch and my little set of stairs. I don't have much area, but what I have, I'm going to try to keep it up. And so I would say in an hour I would go out, because I can't do heavy shoveling because my back had gone out the beginning of this month. So it's just still sensitive, so I got to be very careful, but it's feeling much better. So, anyway, with that, I send you all love and light, and I thank you for being with me today. And, oh, I didn't see who's that, Leotis? Hi, Leotis57. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, you guys make it so I have a positive vibe because I love to share with you what I can. And I almost stopped at the bison today up here. I knew the storm was coming in. I could see it coming in. Pretty soon, we're not going to be able to see the sky and the trees. So you're just going to see, yeah. So, but with that, we may trudge down to the car and just kind of, clean off the snow from the tarp. And yeah, I put the tarp on it. I mean, people are going to think I'm silly up here. They are, but it's not in a garage and it shields a little bit from the wind. So that's kind of those just two little things. I'm trying to curve the wind going into the car. Anyway, with that, thank you so much for being with me, guys. And we'll visit little Umi and Mashuki in a little bit. I'll give you an update on them because I want to share with you a little bit more. I learned about Finch's behavior, but I want to find the site and bring you with me. Thank you so much. And so we'll visit little Umi and Mashuki. I'll set the camera up so that it's not invading in their space. And they know, by the way, that there's a snowstorm. I can tell from their behavior. They're huddling in their little nest area that they built a lot. And it's not because they have any eggs or anything. They're not due for a long time for that. They're still babies. But anyway, I will see you in the next one shortly. So I don't even know the time. Some of you know what time it is. It must be close to noon, right? Around there. So with that, I will see you in a little bit and I send you love and light. Thank you.